Next year, cruising's gonna look a lot different, and not just because of new ships. Rules are changing across the entire industry from what you'll pay in port to how you even get on board. So if you're cruising in 2026, you'll want to hear this before you book another trip. Hey y'all, I'm Evan with Family at Sea, where we help make every cruise unforgettable. Cruising in 2026 is about to look a little different, and not in the way most people expect. Prices are creeping up, perks are shrinking, and the days of easy loyalty wins are fading fast. But mixed in with all that are a few surprises that could actually make your next cruise better. So let's talk about what's changing, what's still worth it, and what to watch out for. If you're ready, I am. Let's go. Cruise lines aren't the ones deciding every stop anymore, as cities begin to push back more and more. Beginning in 2026, Amsterdam is capping ocean cruise visits at around 100 per year and limiting ships to one at a time. Barcelona is phasing out two of its terminals, moving operations farther from the city center. Palma de Mallorca is extending its daily passenger cap, and parts of Norway are tightening emission rules that will make it harder for older ships to visit the fjords. Cruising isn't going anywhere, but ports are finally drawing some boundaries to keep things manageable. And it means that some itineraries you've always seen on the schedule may quietly disappear as the industry continues to evolve. Cruise fares are creeping up again, but not always for the reasons people think. It's not just inflation or bigger ships, it's also the ports themselves. Across the world, governments are quietly raising tourism taxes, and those costs get passed straight to passengers. Hawaii's rolling out a massive 14% cruise passenger tax in 2026, hitting every day your ship's in port. Mexico's doubling its visitor fee, Greece is keeping its seasonal per port charge, Amsterdam's increasing its day tax, and even the US Virgin Islands is tacking on a few extra dollars per head. These changes don't make the headlines like other changes do, but by next year, that tiny taxes and fees line is gonna look a lot less tiny. And if you're already dreading what that's gonna do to your vacation budget, you're gonna want somebody on your side who knows how to keep those costs in check. And that's why we always book with Cruises It. They're a travel agency who's on your side from start to finish. They give you a real person who knows your ship, your route, and keeps you from taking a wrong turn before your vacation even starts. They've saved us thousands, unlocked perks we didn't even know existed, and made sure we never end up like Frank, who once booked what he called a hidden gem cabin and didn't realize it was right above the anchor chain. Frank, if your morning alarm sounds like a ship docking, you're not winning. With their low price guarantee and real humans who actually know what they're doing, Cruises It makes cruising easier, cheaper, and way less stressful. So click the link in the description below or call the number on the screen and tell them Evan from Family at Sea sent you. You'll be glad you did. Carnival's loyalty program is getting a complete overhaul in 2026, and longtime cruisers have a lot to say about it. Their VIFP program, which used to reward you based on your number of nights at sea, is being replaced by something called Carnival Rewards. And instead of rewarding you for how many days you've spent on board, the new system will instead reward you based on how much you've spent, both between fares and on board. The change goes live June 1st, 2026, but after a wave of backlash, Carnival did make one big concession. Anyone who reaches diamond status before the switch will keep lifetime diamond under the new rules. It's a win for Carnival's most loyal cruisers, but the game is about to change for everyone else. On the flip side of that, the Royal Caribbean Group is rolling out a new way to earn loyalty status across all three of its brands: Royal Caribbean, Celebrity Cruises, and Silver Sea. It's called Points Choice, and it officially launches in early 2026. And for the first time, you'll be able to sail on any of the three lines and choose where those loyalty points go. With it, a week on Celebrity could boost your Crown and Anchor status in Royal Caribbean, or a Silver Sea sailing could count towards your Celebrity Captain's Club status. It's a small change with huge upside for travelers who bounce between brands, since it finally rewards loyalty to the company, not just a single line. This is a really smart move for Royal Caribbean Group because it gives cruisers one more reason to stay in the family versus pushing people to look for alternatives, as we saw Carnival do. Virgin Voyages built its brand on being different, with no buffets, no kids, and no tipping. But that last part has officially changed, as gratuities are no longer included in the cruise fare. Passengers will now pay $22 per person for automatic gratuities, with a small $2 a day discount if you prepay. They've also shifted to a three-tier fare structure with base, essential, and premium. Base is the no-frills option with limited flexibility and basic Wi-Fi. Essential adds a few perks like standard Wi-Fi and a bit more freedom to adjust your booking. And premium is the top tier with faster Wi-Fi, onboard bar credit, and the most flexibility to change or cancel your bookings. These changes technically went into effect in October, but most 2025 sailings were already booked before it happened, which means 2026 will be the first year most passengers actually feel the difference. Princess has changed the way it handles deposits, and it's a big adjustment for anyone used to booking the old way. What used to be a simple refundable placeholder is now locked in from the start, as the standard option is now a non-refundable deposit, which lowers the fare but also means your money's gone if you back out. A refundable deposit is still an option, but it costs more. Princess says this will help reduce placeholder bookings that never turn into real trips and keep cabins from actual customers. Personally, I think this one's a positive change, but I can see why others may not be a fan. Cruise lines are quietly tightening what's included and adding fees for things they used to absorb. Multiple cruise lines are putting limits on room service. Norwegian has started charging $5 for additional entrees, and they've also removed the drink packages from their private island. These may sound like small details, but they add up as the nickel and diming continues to grow on cruise lines while seeing other things removed, like the Broadway shows on Norwegian. Starting in 2026, Europe is introducing two new border control systems that will completely change how travelers are processed. The first is called the Entry Exit System, or EES, and it's a biometric database that replaces old passport stamps with digital records. When you arrive in a participating area for the first time, your passport will be scanned, your photo and fingerprints will be taken, and the system will automatically log your entry and exit. It applies to anyone entering the Schengen zone, which is the group of European countries that share open borders with each other. And the system's goal is to track visits accurately and flag anyone who overstays the 90-day limit. The second system, called the European Travel Information and Authorization System, or ETIAS, works more like a digital travel permit. It's a quick online authorization that you'll complete before your trip, where you fill out a short form online, pay a small fee, and get approval linked to your passport that lasts up to 3 years. Both of these systems were supposed to launch in 2025, but faced delays. But together, these two systems will make Europe's borders far more automated and a lot less forgiving if you forget a step. Flying your cruise domestically is going to feel a little different as well, as the US is finally enforcing the Real ID law, which means you'll need a compliant driver's license or a passport to board any flight. If your license doesn't have that little gold star on the corner, it's time to update it. Airports are also moving deeper into automation. Biometric e-gates are expanding nationwide using facial recognition to verify your identity in seconds. And digital's driver's licenses and Apple and Google Wallet are being accepted at more TSA checkpoints. Add in new scanners that let you keep liquids and laptops in your bag, and air travel's about to get faster, assuming everything works the way it's supposed to. Airlines have gotten serious about enforcing lithium battery rules, and it's starting to catch travelers off guard. Everything from phone chargers to cameras to smart luggage is being checked more closely now, and every battery has to show its watt-hour rating or lithium content clearly on the label. If that information isn't visible, security can take it. Spare batteries, power banks, vapes, and other rechargeable gear have to stay in your carry-on, not your check bag. Smart suitcases can still fly, but only if their batteries can be removed. These aren't brand new rules, but airports are expected to crack down hard after all the issues with things in 2025. And really, that's the theme of cruising in 2026. There's going to be more rules, more oversight, and a lot less wiggle room than before. And the bad news is, none of that is slowing down. Prices are climbing, perks are shrinking, and cruising just isn't the all-inclusive escape it used to be. But the good news? Some ships are still delivering way beyond expectations. So don't stop here. Come hang out with me in that one, where I share 7 underrated cruise ships that deliver way more than you'd expect for the price. If you're ready, I am. Let's go.